Hello, and welcome to the Dahlia World Gardens presentation of Seattle at Dawn, a Mage the Ascension chronicle. I am our storyteller, Tim Dahlia. Thank you for joining us. If you like our show and you want more, you can catch all of our magical shenanigans on our YouTube playlist. And while you're there, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. It would help us out tremendously. Speaking of Mage the Ascension, at the heart of Mage is a conflict between the traditions and the technocracy. It is an ancient animosity. The Order of Reason was formed in 1325. It sought to subdue wild elements and bring order to the world for the benefit of all mankind. A century and a half of plagues, purges, witch hunts, lodge wars, assassinations, intrigues, and all out wars is the legacy of that sorcerer's crusade. The wounds from that conflict are still felt to this day. The names have been changed, but no one is innocent. Joining me tonight are some mages that may do well to remember this. And we will start by... Hey, Alix, tell us about yourself.
Me? Hi, my name is Alix. I use they, them pronouns. I am playing Jezebel Spinner. She is currently very pissed off at her aunt, which is new, so that's fun. And she's going to go and find some place to yell very loudly about it. So that's gonna be fun.
I look forward to it. Cindy, go ahead and let us know more about you.
Hi, I'm Cindy. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Inea Blackwell, who is feeling a little betrayed and really flippin' pissed off too at someone that she was starting to think of in a sort of a mentor capacity. She has meandered off. No, she has stomped off. Looking for some visitor to the compound. She is not in a good mood.
Understood. Billie, welcome.
Hi, I'm Billie. I use she, her, and they, them pronouns. I play Charlie Newell. Wow, Charlie is confused, and like this whole thing just seems like there's too many like factors at play and too many factions at play, and we're getting played, and that's what's not good. Not good.
No, that is not great. And speaking of being played, or rather, new elements being thrown into the mix, we have our first special guest of the evening, Wim.
Hi, I'm Wim, and I'm going to be playing Vesper Watts. I go by he, him pronouns, and Vesper uses they, them. They've kind of have a lot on the back of their mind right now because they still have to detach from their family, and they got kind of thrown back into a job they were working at and are definitely the unfortunate one at the compound. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. Exactly. Also, here on the Dahlia World Garden, we like to mix things up and throw people into the fire a few times. So we actually have a second special guest tonight. This one in the body of my good old friend Scott.
Hello, Scott. Go by he, him. I'm playing Carl Weatherman, and I don't know where I'm at as far as where everybody else's situation is, but my situation is the shit is going down, and I don't know what's going on. I went to some Christmas party, and all of a sudden, something happened, and I'm like, oh? because I have no clue.
Exactly. No clue. But we could
Wim,
start.
you may recall us talking about how Tim is not cruel yet.
Oh, we'll find out how cruel things can be. I had to flip my video in the middle of all that while you guys were introducing yourselves. So sorry for whoever's watching this. The audio, it's going to look weird for a second, but you know, it got fixed. We're better. Coming back down. When we last peeked in on Carl, he was having a rough week. After being spit out of the digital web, he hung out with the bridge trolls for a time. In his outreach to the Kha'vadi, he met Daniel Ribeiro and was brought to the Cascade Grove with Sitka Burnvox for their protection. However, while likable enough, Carl could not find the groove in the grove. In fact, he was politely asked to leave. His presence upset the more natural spirits of the area. So after sleeping in the same cottage that the Night Hunters had used prior, and eating all the food that they had purchased for the small kitchen, Carl was sent back to Seattle. This time, though, with a stronger understanding of how things can work. He awakened a collection of data fights and built a home/hive for them in the form of Jazzy. He also attuned to his phone, now known as Selma. In search of the Seattle Spirit Science Cabal, Carl met with Amnesia of the Liquid Haze, who led him to the Geek Squad AMP, who in turn informed Carl that the Seattle Spirit Science Traveling Show had an installation at this year's Winterfest. And that is where we find Carl now. In the Children's Museum section of the Armory, underground, watching a children's puppet show. The stage,
disturbing puppet show.
the stage has several animatronic puppets in various forms of disrepair, each built into its surroundings, with the exception of one. This puppet is blue, with tattered brown wrappings covering his body, and it seems to move anywhere it is required to on stage. A simple fable is being told when, all of a sudden, a wave of primal and spiritual energy floods over Carl, and a loud thud could be heard outside. The fire alarm is tripped and begins to blare, and the crowd panics, everyone pushing and screaming as they rush to the various exits. Carl, what are you up to?
I am kind of freaking out about the puppet master show that I'm watching, and kind of looking at everybody like, what in the world is everybody running for? And very curious about what that big boom was.
Fair enough.
So I kind of like, I'm still looking for the Seattle Spirit Science Center. Well, I'm there, but I'm looking for the people that I was looking for. Still.
Of course. So the stage is set up from the Spirit Science Center, and they are a moving band of entertainers. They do a lot of puppet shows on the streets and at gatherings like this. So they get around, and they have this display, and there's a puppet that looks like a giant chicken, but done up with very Latina makeup and clothing. There is this strange blue puppet. In fact, let us take you to Winterfest 2021. Where Carl is watching a show. Somebody's got their speakers on. Because I can hear the music in both my ears. So here you are, Carl, at Winterfest. Also, on stage, still, oops, I accidentally hit F5, everything's been reloaded. And I went to the wrong page. I gotta fix. I'm getting used to a new keyboard, so things aren't quite right. There. Today's just a day of technical problems, right? But on stage is this cute fella.
No wonder why the kids were crying.
I can
You
see
think
that.
it's the boom why the kids are running away? No.
Well, they're not afraid of this. Just the sounds and the alarm. They were mostly not really watching the show. They were doing their own thing, honestly. It wasn't that entertaining. But there is, well, like I said, I'll let you figure out what you're doing. As the alarm goes off, this thing still seems to be moving around.
I guess during the madness of people running away, I kind of go closer towards the stage,
Okay.
and I just kind of like yell and being cautious. Like, hey, is anybody here?
And as you say that, the blue puppet turns to face you.
Well, hello. I'm here.
Is anybody pulling your strings?
I don't seem to have any strings. I got wrappings. Hello, I am Rap, the mummy.
Rap the mummy.
Pleasure to meet you.
This is just all kinds of fucked up. Okay, well.
What do you think's going on, Carl?
I have no clue, and I'm trying to figure out if this is dangerous. I got loud noises and a talking puppet.
Well, all puppets should be able to talk, don't you think?
Usually
Especially when...
someone with the hand up their back, or doing this thing, or whatever. You know, I'm not used to this. I'm kind of new to all this, so
As you say that, from behind the stage, this gentleman comes out.
Oh,
Hi.
thank goodness.
Didn't mean to freak you out there.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Are we sure it's safe to be here? Everybody's running.
Well, I don't know. I mean, every once in a while there's a drill. But that's okay. I mean, hey, we should probably get out of here. There's an exit over there. I just want to make sure that all my equipment is good and that Rap is doing well and not in any danger of being set on fire.
Sounds good to me. I can wait on you, or I can help you, whichever one you want.
Oh, okay. It won't take long. And as you see for just a moment, go ahead and give me a perception plus awareness.
Difficulty of 6.
Yes. All right.
3
That's
successes.
4 successes.
Oh, 4.
Great. Yeah, 2 10s.
Oh,
and a
okay,
9.
gotcha.
5 successes. Never mind. Even better. You, as this gentleman is cleaning up his area, you see that you see that strange blue puppet moved on its own.
Is he going to put himself in a box, or?
And the gentleman, takes the remote control. It doesn't seem like this particular puppet has like any like physical like hand, anything. It seems to be completely automated. And he takes the controller and he sets it aside, and the puppet kind of folds down a bit, and okay, maybe it's just got a little extra gearage. And he safely puts it in a box, and he puts it down. He's like, okay, yeah, I think we could get out of here. Emergency exit that way. Come on, kids, let's go. There's no kids. They're all running already. And
I follow him.
Yes. And as you head towards the door, and four large men push their way into the building, past the running crowd, through the emergency exit, and they are making a beeline your way.
There's no reason to be coming towards me. They're making a beeline towards me.
They're heading towards you. And with your high awareness roll that you made, you can feel that some of the that they are... Well, your perceptions, you got spirit sight, you can see there is a dark cloud around these individuals. And you can see... reddish yellow glowing eyes in the shadow, and it almost seems to take the form of like an owl.
I look at dude and I say, you see that coming towards us?
Oh shit.
Maybe we shouldn't go that way.
Maybe we could find another exit. Let's go this way. And
yeah, let's go this way.
The guy turns and he starts heading in another direction, and immediately the four individuals start running towards him. What'd you do?
And I am moving. I'm
What
like,
is
what
your
did you
intent
do?
with your movement? What's your intent?
I said, what did you do?
I don't know. I just put on shows for kids.
Well, I really don't want to have to deal with these people because they don't seem like they want to talk.
They definitely don't seem very verbose.
No, so hightailing it for sure.
All right. It doesn't take long for them to intercept and get in your space. One of them leaps and goes for a tackle of this bearded gentleman. Oof.
Oh my goodness. Well, since they go to tackle him, I want to pull him off him because I need to talk to this dude.
Okay.
I'm like, hey, what are you doing, man? Get off of him.
All right. Play this pretty loose here. Let's say, yeah, give me a strength and a brawl. Roll.
Still a difficulty of 6.
Yeah, difficulty is going to be 6. I'm going to have them roll. All right, you got 0 successes and they got 2. So, as you're trying to pull this person off of the puppeteer, you get pushed back, and it is a strong push. You are nearly knocked back on your ass.
Okay.
And you can see this one. The other 3 are getting caught up, and they're almost in your space at this point. But this very fast one, you see in the darkness that he has morphed. His features are no longer human. He seems to have a beak that's curved downward, and his tufts, his eyebrows and his hair kind of tuff up and become like the feathers of a horned owl.
Okay. Somehow I want to get Jazzy and my little buddies to not eat him, but to take the person off of the dude.
Okay, so you're gonna manifest the data fights.
Yes, the data fights.
Okay. Absolutely. Let's see. That is going to be, yeah, give me an arete roll. This is convincing them that they, yeah. So difficulty 7. This is going to be very vulgar as well. If you pull this off, you're going to be taking paradox, at least.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay, 0 successes. So you pull out the modified jazz drive known as Jazzy, and you speak to the data fights inside, and you're like, come on guys, we're gonna need to help this guy. And they are still fat from their meal earlier today. And they're just like, nah, dude, we're good.
I need to not feed you guys so well next time. All right, so I'm going in.
We're good. No, it's fine.
That's what they sound like, sorry.
Like, really? The one time I need you, you begged for food, I gave it to you, and now you can't help. All right, well, I want to kick dude off of him then.
Okay. Yeah, so the other 3 come, and 2 of them are going to attempt to grab you before you have the opportunity to kick off the other guy. Go ahead and we'll do this as a contested roll. So yeah, strength and we'll say brawl, strength and brawl, and they will also roll their strength and brawl together. Difficulty 6. Oof. Okay, you botched. So, they, two of them, one each, grabs your arm under the armpit and pulls and yanks you back. Jazzy, that was in your hand, falls to the ground, and the fourth individual goes and assists the other one in grabbing the puppeteer. And they are now starting to move. Hey, no, guys, you can't do this. What's going on? What about my rights? I don't need no jackboot thugs taking me out of... I'm just trying to help the children.
I want to start targeting computation.
Okay.
So that I can work my way into doing Hellfire.
Okay. Sure. How are you going to... What is the practice that you use for this?
Well, the one dude has me, right?
Yeah, you're held in place. It'll be difficult. There's going to be added difficulty for that.
Okay. So I want to try and get my mojo going and do like I know he's holding me, but to try to do some sort of hand signaling, like a hand dance or something like that.
Okay, so you're trying to essentially do like a mudra type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Normal difficulty on this for you is 6. It's 4, but with the added restraint, we'll make the difficulty 6.
Okay. And that's going to be... Right, how am I rolling that one?
In this case, it's going to be an arete with a DP mod of 3. Is it 3? No, 2. Sorry. DP mod of 2.
And a difficulty of 6.
Yes. All right, we got some magic going now. Yeah, 3 successes. So definitely enough to make your next series of attacks, not just this one, easier.
Okay. So
Just
first things first, I need to
double
hit the dude behind me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
double checking, isn't that 4 successes? I see a 10. Unless the display is weird for me.
The
'cause-
display is wrong because I'm looking at
Okay.
the readout. That's weird. I think it just didn't read that right. I think it's actually a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
one of the
I see a
6s.
10,
It looked
I
like
see
a
it.
10. I get it. Yeah.
9, 7, and a 10.
9, 7, and 2 6s. So that's good. That's all good. That's all you need. That's actually
Okay.
4, but you got a 1, so 3 successes. This will essentially make it easier. Well, you can do it 2 different ways. You can split it up and make your next attack have a -3 on the difficulty, or you can spread it out over 3 attacks and have a -1 on each of those.
Yeah, that's how I want to do it. Negative -1 on 3 attacks.
Okay.
Starting with the dude holding me.
All right. So you got 2 guys holding you, one on your right, one on your left. What are you doing?
So if I can do Hellfire,
Okay.
so that's Arete again.
Yes. This uses Prime, I believe, right? Let me double check. No, Spirit. So it's gonna be Arete with a difficulty of again, you are restrained, so difficulty is gonna be 8, but you're reducing it by the 1, so that's gonna be a base difficulty is 7, DP mod of 3, and of course you can spend willpower and or quintessence to aid in the casting as well.
Actually, I want to go ahead and use Willpower.
Okay, so that's an automatic success with the 1 willpower.
And the difficulty is still going to be 7.
It's gonna be 7. You can reduce the difficulty if you spend quintessence. You are capable of spending 2 per turn, but you only have 2 in the bank. So
Okay. Right now, I'm not going to spend any quintessence.
okay, so yeah, roll Arete with a DP mod of 3, difficulty 7. That is better. That is 3 successes. 4 successes because of the willpower. All right, so that is going to do some damage to spirits. So, yeah, absolutely. This doesn't do any physical damage to the person holding you. However, you are able to reach through and focus your energy and absolutely wreck whatever dark entity is possessing this person. Does enough to I mean, we're gonna say it's gonna do 8 damage here, and that spirit can soak. Let's see. Spirit, where are you? Okay, yeah. It doesn't have enough soak. It definitely does enough damage. It's not a high level anything, and it just, the guy passes out from the pain. You still got 1 guy holding you.
Still got 1 guy holding me.
And this time he's going to try and throw you. So it's gonna be a contested roll here between the 2 of you. All right, so you got 3 successes. You can go with the throw and take some potential, get hurt, or you can try and stop it or reverse it.
I want to try to reverse it.
Okay. That would be dexterity and martial arts, difficulty 7.
Okay.
But you do have that targeting, so you can reduce by 1. So it would be 6, difficulty 6.
That was, you said dexterity?
Yes. Or strength. Either one. I'm okay with either one, whichever one you prefer. However you're doing this throw.
Dexterity and...
Yeah, it's the same either way for you.
Dexterity and... martial arts?
Yes.
And the difficulty is...
6. Normally it's 7.
It is 6. Okay, normally it's 7.
Okay. That is 3 successes. So you managed to prevent him from lifting you off the ground, and you managed to get him a little bit off the ground, but you both kind of get, you're struggling with the grapple here.
Right.
Meanwhile, while you're doing this, the 2 other individuals have lifted the puppeteer off the ground and are doing a marionette act of their own, dragging him towards the exit.
So I'm still caught in a tussle with the one that's still holding on to me.
Yes.
All right. Well, I need to get him off of me so I can help the puppet master. So I want to use what was it? Rolling hands to get him off of me, so that I can at least tackle one of the other ones, and hopefully Puppet Man can help himself a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Arete plus your... Yeah, Arete with a DP mod of 2, difficulty 4. Okay, wow. 7 successes on that. So yeah, they'll be able to they try to throw you, and this negates almost their entire bonus to do anything to you. I'm not even gonna have you roll for this because you got 7 successes. You deftly, with your training, are able to not only deflect his attempt at a second throw, but you manage to twist his arm back and get him on his knees, and you're holding him with his arm straight up above him.
Gotcha.
And I'd say go ahead with this advantage. You can roll strength plus martial arts.
Strength plus martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty of 6.
Yes. Wow. Another 4 successes. Okay, so you are able to physically do enough bashing damage to knock him unconscious. That does 8 damage. Boom. He's on the ground, unconscious. The other gentlemen are now significantly closer to the exit, and as they are getting closer to the exit, another 2 individuals with combat boots, fatigues, leather jackets, white shirts underneath, they all also seemingly have that shadowy aura around them.
The hell is up with the shadows? First thing I do is I grab Jazzy.
Okay.
And I bolt towards the puppet man.
The puppet man. Okay. The 2 new individuals move to intercept. So, go ahead and roll strength plus brawl if you're gonna, football rush past them.
Go with what I know. Difficulty 6.
Yes. I know your history, Scott. They
Ooh,
put up an impenetrable wall and block you, and you don't get knocked back on your ass or anything, but you definitely are, solidly stopped.
I sternly talk to my data fights and say, "Get the fuck out here and eat some shit now."
Okay. Roll that arete. Difficulty is still going to be 7,
7.
but let's see. You've already spent 1 willpower, but you got plenty left. You still have a lot. So you can spend that to get an automatic success. And then, if you'd like, you can spend quintessence to lower that 7 to a lower difficulty.
This time I will use another one of each, the quintessence and the
Okay.
willpower.
Okay. So I'll mark that for you. So lower the willpower, the quintessence. Go ahead. They seem a little bit more encouraged now that you're giving them a little bit more juice to work with.
So the difficulty is still going to remain 7?
It's going to be 6.
It's going to be 6.
Yes. And you have an automatic success.
Okay.
Ooh, 3 successes. It is unnerving to the untrained eye to see this arcane jazz disc device light up, and emanating from it is hard light constructs that manifest into this physical realm. There's about 10 of them. They are they look like saucers, like silver plates, but each one has 4 spindly crab-like arms growing out of it, and underneath the plates are kind of makeshift mouths that are ready to feed and clean. And the 10 of them, manifest around you, and they start attacking the 2 guards.
We must feed.
Eat now.
Feed us, Carl. Feed us more.
And
Dinner. I blink and say dinner.
those 2 people that were in front of you, they are swarmed by these data fights. They're not very big. They're like, basketball size.
Right. I run past them.
Okay. The puppeteer and the 2 people dragging him out the door get outside, and you get to that door. And what do you do?
I get to the door. Well, I kick it open and
Okay.
keep going towards the puppet man.
Okay. You follow them outside, and as you get into the colder, dark, wet Seattle air, the 2 people dragging away the puppeteer are engulfed in shadows and disappear.
What happened to, is the puppet man there?
He's gone. He's gone with them.
What the fuck? I just kind of like, would spirit sight be okay with this? Like, could I see like a trail?
You have spirit sight up, and you can see past the gauntlet, and you can see traces and remnants of spiritual energy, the ephemeral energy of that the other worlds are made of. And the individuals that have disappeared seem to have a trail into the other world. And they have gone into or past the gauntlet and have quickly and rapidly left this space.
Right. Well, hell. Well, that was for nothing.
Not trying. Did really well.
Right. Damn it. Well, maybe his puppet can help me out.
Okay. You head back into the room, and the data fights have rendered all 4 of the individuals unconscious, and they are essentially any essence that they had seems to have been drained, and these 4 jackbooted thugs seem to be unconscious now.
Okay. All right. Whenever you guys are done, get back in your home. Let me open up this case and see if this scary blue let's see if Mummy will talk to me.
As you command, Carl.
All right, so I go up to the case that was Mummy.
Okay. Yeah, you head over to the case. It's pretty big, Looks like it'll hold a Muppet.
Okay. I open her up.
Okay. And as you open it up, the puppet inside immediately sits up very straight.
Oh, wow. That is so gnarly.
Well, it looks like your handler just got taken away by things.
Animus? Oh, I need Animus. Animus is he's my voice.
You seem to be doing fine without him at the moment.
But I don't know how it all works. I'm just a puppet.
You're just a puppet. Well, is there any way that you think you could find him? Like, are you guys connected somehow? Or obviously you're connected somehow.
Rap, his head kind of lowers down, and he's like, and he just considers it for a moment. And you see that despite being a puppet, there is a large amount of emotional, display, and it's very articulate. The eyes furrow a certain way, and he just looks really down, and says,
I've never been without Animus. What am I gonna do?
Well, first thing, we can find him. We can at least find him. If you're willing to try.
Mm-hmm. At this point, you get a alert on, of all things, Fitty.
What up, Fitty?
Bleep, bleep.
All right. What's up, 50? Fitty.
Fitty, you open up your spirit vision, and from your wrist, from the Fitbit that you have, a mechanical clockwork purple bunny floats above your wrist in the gauntlet. Hey, Carl, you getting your steps in?
Hey, what's up?
I just noticed that there's some physical activity going on here, and it's going to offer my congratulations for hitting your step goals today.
Thank you, but I'm kind of I kind of need to find somebody.
I can help with that.
Got attacked and everything else, and I got to find this person.
Well, which person are you looking for? I know a few people.
Well, I'm looking for Animus's handler. No,
Well,
excuse me. I'm looking for Rags's handler. Animus.
His name is Animus Fox.
I don't know anything about Animus Vox, says Fiddy. But he does say, but I do notice that you have a previous contact nearby. Should we reach out to them?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be good.
I will be right back. And the mechanical rabbit hops away into space, south of where you're standing.
All right. So I go back to Rags and say, "Are you sure you can't like track Animus, or do you have? I know you have some sort of connection."
He's just my good friend.
Hmm.
I don't know anything about that. I mean, we tell stories to children and try to get them to eat their vegetables and learn how to count and know that not all technology is good for them. And that they too are special.
Sounds awesome.
I know, right?
In just a moment after that, the mechanical rabbit reappears in your vision, and it comes up and it says, "Oh, so they were there, but now they're not there. But there's other things coming, and I think we should go."
Other things are coming. Great. Let's go. I want to take little Rags with me to see if I can like basically I want to see if there's like a tether.
Okay. Yeah, roll your arete. This would be a correspondence effect, noticing like connections. You could probably scan it with Selma to do that. So censoring, yeah, that's going to be arete. It's not going to be, yeah, it's going to be difficulty 5. Good. Wow, 4 successes. Yeah, the connection between Raps and Animus Vox is very strong. And this device, you can actually see the kind of the general direction in local space-time of where they went.
Okay.
And they're definitely through the gauntlet into the city wilds.
Okay. So how big is the container that Rags goes in? Is it big enough for me to just like carry it with one hand and bolt, or
Yeah, it's like a suitcase.
okay. So I said, well, Rags, I'm going to put you back in your suitcase and we're going to find your handler as soon as we can, okay? So I put him back in the case,
Okie dokie.
close the case, grab my stuff, and I bolt out of there.
Okay. At this point, Fiddy, the purple rabbit, you can see is guiding you in a direction and saying, "Oh right, so your friend earlier, the weird GoPro thing, Papa Berry, he was just here."
Oh, cool. Papa Berry, is there any way that we can follow him?
Let me think about that. Yeah, absolutely. You got to follow me into the gauntlet, but I can find a path.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. For you to step sideways, you roll your arete. However, the gauntlet rating here is really high. This is the Pacific Science Center. This is big tech, but that's where you have your advantage. So instead of being like a difficulty 9, for you to step sideways here, it's like a difficulty 4.
Ooh.
See, it's not always a curse. Excellent. All right. This is definitely you in a rush, moving things very quickly and pushing past your normal limitations, and vulgarity be damned. And you manage to, following Fiddy and using your enlightened will, step into the grid of the city, um, the mere shadow of it, and it is bright, and everything just feels more solid and realistic. At the same time, um, slippery, like you can't quite define everything. And Fiddy, the rabbit, follows a path that seems to correspond with the roadways. And you notice that with Fiddy's assistance as your traveling companion, you're able to traverse pretty quickly away from this scene, as well as towards the assistance that Fiddy is promising.
Okay. All right.
But
Moving
time
forward.
does work different in this place, so we'll see what happens.
All right.
I think now's a good time for us to transition to Vesper. So let me just do that here. Hi, Vesper.
Hey.
So, you, on a previous evening, found yourself witness to an RDI, and the culprits in this RDI were familiar. You no longer look like this. You have been brought into Construct Gray the day after, and you have been directed by Agent Lewis's into Agent Lewis's clean, perfect, and perpendicular office. Everything's at right angles. What are you doing?
Just reporting as usual.
All right.
Already happened, should report, was told to report, so gotta report.
Agent Lewis waves you in. Welcome back, operative. Take a seat.
And I just sit down in front of him. Unfortunately, not a right angle, because there's only 2 of us.
Yeah, this is parallel. No. Point A to point B. It's a straight line.
Yeah.
We have examined the RDI footage from last night. Our analysts are concerned about further fallout. Would you concur?
Yes. It seems to be a trend with this group.
In this case, the presence of EDE possession mixed with the ideological goals of the... He looks through his datapad. Home guard solution? This cannot be allowed to continue.
Yeah. So start with reconnaissance.
Under normal circumstances, a fire team would follow up and destroy these RDs before the sun rose. However, there seems to be some sort of cloaking element in play, and we do not have enough data.
Interesting.
Therefore, you are to be sent into the field and to negotiate with these Tomard cell known as the Night Hunters.
Okay.
You've provided solid intel on them before.
What type of force thresholds are we using? Just investigative, or are we going...
I believe this would fall under force level 2 at the most, probably 1, in all honesty.
Yep.
We feel that, and we're confident in you, that you can extract the intel that we need going forward without any further violence on their part or towards them.
All right, will do.
You are to interact with, and if deemed appropriate, assist the Night Hunters in eliminating this threat to our mutual city.
Got it. They have the location and everything?
We have a
Right,
location.
find out.
That'll be sent to your Vidas.
Perfect. Anything else you need from me before we head out?
No, that'll be all, Agent.
Good. Just give a nod and then get up and start leaving.
Mm-hmm. Finally made a very plastic-looking man. Okay. He's unsettling in his inhumanness.
In their shininess.
Yes. The following day, is there any requisitions that you would like to pick up? You've got your rifle, obviously, which is under your coat.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any other requisitions that you think would be appropriate for Vesper?
Just the usual, like essentially the stuff they were given last time.
Okay.
Just the visor, the guns, ammunition, suit, basic stuff.
Okay. All right, so just the standard kit that you got. All right.
Yeah.
So, the following morning, you hop into the provided SUV that takes you down to South Seattle, over bridges, up back around. I think there's a ferry as well. You're going pretty far out of the normal area that the construct oversees. And you pull up in a heavily wooded area that seems to have been cleared out for some basic farmland at this point. And there's fences and a gateway, or a gate, and you pull up, and as you pull up, there's an individual that you do recognize, and upon recognition, your VDOS does set off and give you some basic intel. And we are going to show you that now. And this is what you get on this individual.
Okay. Longer opposite alignment, dimensional science and life.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I'll give Cindy an opportunity to read through that too.
2013 Forester. Can't wait to see that come into play. No, yeah. Great. Fantastic.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
You get
That's
out of
awesome.
the you get out of the vehicle and it drives away. Dust kicking up.
Yeah. I
What was that,
do
Cindy?
before.
The profile picture they've used.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean that's yeah.
Little insight. Yes, this is based as a digital version of the CIA terrorist baseball cards.
But
'Cause
I told the driver before they go away, is like, give me an hour to report back as usual. If I don't say anything, send someone after me, but we should be good.
Very well, sir. We'll be nearby.
Yeah, I get out of the car and go go and approach. And I just go like, "Howdy, neighbor. How's it going?"
Well, that's a real hard try there.
Yeah.
It's not a question you really want to be asking today. Are you lost?
I mean, is this the Vashon Island Unique Commune?
You got the right place, but you don't look like you would fit in here.
Not usually, I guess. You know, broadening my horizons and all that. Yeah, how's it going? You can I do like a perception check to see whether I can tell that she's super pissed off?
I mean, yeah, you can roll. You can judge how upset she is. Yes.
Would that be perception, and then what else?
I'd say empathy.
Ah, great. No bonus. That was the difficulty to 6.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, not terrible.
Yeah. I mean, she's clearly upset, and your wits allow you to kind of take an assessment of all this, and you notice that she's not necessarily upset with you. There's something else going on, but clearly there's some other barrier you're going to have to break through.
Remind me how Vesper is dressed. Also,
Full black suit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much with the visor and everything as well. You're like, this person's probably from the technocracy, but they look great.
Not helping his case any.
No.
Not
I
helping.
was assuming that it wouldn't. But but yeah, no, you seem to be a little upset about something. Is it something? I just met you, so like it's not something I'd really like help talk through. But yeah, is there somewhere inside I could talk to people who aren't super mad?
Your mileage may vary on that. Go straight ahead. 4 houses. I'm directing them to Mabel's house because she's the matriarch, even if I am still pissed at her really badly right now.
Okay.
So straight ahead, 4 houses in. On the
Sounds
right.
good. So
It's the
I'll leave you to it.
yeah.
Thank
Did
you.
you enjoy that? And Nay is already stomping off.
Okay. These boots were made for stomping.
Oh, she's so pissed. It's gonna take a hunt.
Okay. I think that's a good idea to follow Nay. We'll let the camera switch and go from Vesper as Vesper is walking towards Mabel's home and Charlie is off walking one direction. Charlie, where did you go, Charlie? You went to... I'm trying to remember.
I ended up going back to my cabin.
Okay, yes. Well, you were staying in the same house as Mabel, I believe, like in one of her spare rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that where you headed?
Yeah,
off
I just
then?
went
Okay.
back to. I just went back to my room.
Gotcha.
Try to figure out what the hell is going on here and do some thinking.
Gotcha. All right. And Jezzy went off towards Snake Tongue Point, if I remember correctly. All right. So we'll have the camera follow Vesper as he heads towards the matron's house, and we're going to continue with Inea and see what she is going to do. What are you doing?
Sorry, who are we following?
Inea.
Me or Inea? Inea, okay.
Yeah, Inea is looking for somewhere out of the way where it seems reasonable that nobody's going to easily chase her down, because that would be ill-advised. And she's somewhere near flowing water, possibly. That would be ideal, but not necessary. To have a seat, meditate, and go calling for Moro.
All right. Simple enough. You're able to head off into some more remote territory. There's definitely a few different running creeks in this area, kind of irrigating and helping with the farm. Doesn't take you long to find a place where you kind of get a sense of purity. Probably a place that Jezzy and Sunny and or Mabel have frequented. They're probably more Sunny than anybody. And you take your seat and you take a look around. And what are you doing at this point with that?
Encircle myself, just my little space here, with a mixture of cornmeal and tobacco. And put out a mental call to Moro, asking for guidance and advice.
All right. Go ahead, roll Arete. Difficulty 1. You have a solid connection here.
And I'm not specifying like an actual crossing of the veil or not in this particular case, because I'm trying to leave it up to her.
Okay. Ooh, pretty. 3 successes. Very simple. You, as you meditate on the space and you take in the vista, you feel your periphery expand and you kind of take in elements of the penumbra, specifically that of the wilds. And you push back your vision of the material world, and while not stepping sideways yourself, you are in communication with the spirits around you, and you feel that familiar maternal feral presence of Morrow, though a little different than what you've normally in the past have experienced. And when you finally turn to see her padding towards you, you see that there is kind of a digital and technological sheen to her.
Moro?
Yes. I am here, child.
What's happened?
I do not know what you mean.
You appear differently to me.
I appear differently to everyone. I am not the same. That would be boring.
To me, versus the way I have seen you before this.
I am still Morrow. I am still here for you.
Thank you for coming to answer me.
You seem distressed. Who shall we gut to rectify this?
Can I give you a list? The person I'm most distressed by right now is going to require a hunt on my side of the veil.
Sounds exciting.
It probably will be.
Can't wait.
I worry about the rest of my pack, though, because the one who will be subject of that hunt has already taken a pack friend. And we are hampered by the laws on that side of the veil. They complicate hunts.
New criteria. You need more info, more intel.
And that is a different type of saying. You've never heard Morrow even mention anything like that.
You're right. We do need more information. Their trail is not at all clear, but why would you put it that way?
I am trying to... There are terms that you understand.
I'll be honest, I prefer you use the terms that you've always used.
Then sniff them out. Chase them down, flank them. Force them to make the mistakes. And then devour them.
They're expecting us to come at them directly. They've practically invited us to do that.
Then find a raven before your eyes.
They're good at sniffing those ravens out. The one they took, that's what she was doing.
Excuse me.
But you're right, there's got to be another path. Another approach. The trouble that brought me out here today is that someone I thought of as an ally, a sister, knew that our raven would be in danger. And instead of warning her and giving her a safe haven to come to roost, encouraged her to stay put. And then didn't tell us.
Trusting a pack leader is often difficult when they take actions that you would not understand. I have dealt with this many times myself.
She not say something? Why would she not communicate? There would have been another way around it. There's always another path. How dare she leave someone in the pack at risk? That's not pack. And Jennifer was not even my pack, but hers.
Then it is her responsibility, not
But
yours.
my trust broken. Because one of mine is also hers. And I don't trust her anymore with that one. And I hate that.
You mages, always with ulterior motives and multiple angles. Never quite understood how all of you get along so well. Or actually, you really don't, do you?
No, we don't. And it's not just mages. It's humans. You're not wrong there.
I rarely am.
That's true too.
And as you're having this conversation, you then feel a bit of a tug on your ear. Hey, nay. Incoming.
Was that Papa Berry?
Yes.
Income? What? I'm looking around for what we're talking about.
You feel a smack on your cheek with a stick that's you've never seen before, but you feel it, and it directs your attention. And go ahead and roll perception and awareness. See how well you see.
That was the wrong button.
Wow, 9 successes. Good job.
Ignore that. What am I rolling?
Perception and awareness.
And
Difficulty
awareness.
6.
Okay. Not sent?
I don't see it.
Odd.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
5, 6 successes. Oh yeah, you see through the gauntlet and into the spirit wilds. You see on a almost like a rainbow, a luminous road coming from the northeast, and upon it is a athletic, bald man riding a what looks like a giant purple rabbit.
Well, this might be about to get exciting. I'm standing here with a big wolf.
And
okay.
as that is happening, Carl, you have had a very wild ride as you've been riding Fiddy. Normally, Fiddy's like, come on, keep up, and makes you do the walking. But at this point, you've convinced them that it's probably faster if you just rid them. Mm-hmm. And gotta get those numbers right. And as you've seen, it's kind of weird because there's been this blur of motion as you've been moving from the city, but you also sense that this is not correlating with real time. Something has slipped, and you feel opportunity has kind of slipped away from you. But regardless, following Fiddy's advice, you're heading towards this other entity that it knows as Papa Berry, and it is taking you away from the city towards one of the islands out in the Puget Sound, and you see. I'm going to say that you've seen her enough, and you've actually been a fan of her website, that you do see Inea Blackwell talking to apparently nothing.
How far away am I?
100 feet, but getting closer faster.
Okay. So I'm kind of looking, and I see she's talking to nothing, and I just kind of keep going with it. Fiddy?
Yeah, boss.
All right. So, is that where we're going? Over there?
Oh, yeah. He's right there on her shoulder. Can't you see him?
See who?
Big floppy red hat, big stick.
No.
All right.
I don't see anything except for I can't remember her name at the moment, but hopefully I'll remember her name whenever I get up there.
You've read her website. You've read her blog posts. She was actually Daniel recommended since you were on her website when he was talking to you last.
All right. Is she still talking to him?
And well, at this point she's stopped and is looking directly at you as the bunny slows down and you get off, and immediately the rabbit transforms like a robot, just, and gears turn and metal plates shift, and it shrinks back down to regular rabbit size as it floats nearby.
Okay. I wave. Hello.
It's been a morning.
Yeah, I understand. I concur. So I guess Fiddy, my Fitbit, was following something over here, and I did not realize that you were at the end of this.
Hey, Papa Berry. And then Papa Berry is like, I go Pro Berry now, but how's it going, Bilpo? And Bilpo's like, I don't go by Bilbo anymore. I go by Fitty. Like, okay, fine. New names, whatever.
Okay, so our tech has apparently made connections that, by the look on your face, neither one of us was aware of.
I'm pretty sure that is absolutely right.
Okay. We are going to have a conversation about this later.
Whatever you say. I don't know. I mean, Bilbo's always been... And he just goes off into some other language about,
Yeah, the thing
whatever.
with the stick, too, but... Okay.
You're going to fear my stick.
I have access to your batteries.
Duly noted.
Okay. And I'm going to turn to see if Moro has remained. Is she still here?
You can see her, yeah.
Give me just 1 second here, and we'll do the normal human introduction thing.
Sure.
I'm sorry, Moro. I called you out, and no rest for the wicked.
Life moves pretty fast. I understand.
Especially lately. Thank you for the advice that you were able to give me.
I believe that's all that you would need.
Well, and hopefully I'll see you soon with better news.
And with that, she kind of turns, walks away, fades from your senses. Carl, at this point, you're still in the spirit world, not physically there.
All right. So, to have a real conversation, I leave the spirit world and actually show up so that me and Nate can talk.
Okay, roll your arete, but this is going to be a difficulty 7 for you.
Difficulty 7.
Because the gauntlet is thin here. Oddly enough, you have difficulty with thin gauntlet.
Imagine that.
Oh, jeez.
You try to strain and push your way through the veil that separates the other worlds, and take another point of paradox, because that's a botched spell. In fact, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. That is 10.
Always terrifying when Tim says something like that.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Okay. Inea, you see Carl try to tap on his phone and try to, use it to command his form through the veil, through the gauntlet, and it's not working. And then all of a sudden, the phone sparks with electricity and fire erupts and engulfs Carl, Fitty, the phone, everything in the area with this explosion of spiritual energy. Carl, you will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. You take 5 points of lethal damage from this backlash of paradox energy. Your paradox gets discharged. You now only have 4 instead of 10. But you are mauled and crispy and not looking very good.
Oh, okay.
It burns.
Help.
Okay, that's definitely a worse morning than I've had. And I'm going to start in with some healing.
Okay.
Shit.
Easily enough.
Ow.
Yeah, ow.
Your clothes are on fire.
Stop, drop, and roll.
I was hoping for that.
Drop, and roll.
So Carl, this man who is descended from the sky riding a purple bunny, not Jesus, is rolling on the ground on fire in the spirit world.
Okay.
Inea,
Is this a physical fire or spiritual fire?
I mean, it's kind of both. It's not good.
Oh.
It's a spiritual fire because it's not going to affect the material world.
Okay. So maybe the first thing I need to do is cut open the gauntlet so he can roll his happy ass through.
You can try to lower the gauntlet to 0. That's a difficult thing. It was easy enough in Cascade Grove because you were by a node,
Right.
and that makes it easier. But you can certainly try.
I wonder if it would be better to try and treat him here first then.
You can cast magic through the gauntlet because you do have enough spirit to do so.
That might be the better way to go.
Spirit water.
Yeah. Let's stabilize him first. I don't know that I have
You are able to, because you have such innate knowledge with spirit, you can touch spirits and touch things through the gauntlet as well. So if you needed to do a touch, you can do that as well.
So I was just trying to decide which would be the better way to go about that. I am gonna say let's start with healing touch and see how we do.
Okay.
Arete and life. Where is my life? There it is. I should have known that number anyway.
Yeah. It's 3.
Yeah. It's only been 3 since just after we got going here.
Yeah.
And then I'm adding life to the Arete as a DP mod, correct?
Correct. And difficulty would be whatever the difficulty is on the route.
Right, and that is 6 to 7, dependent upon circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
So, reaching through the gauntlet, does that make it more difficult or not?
Not for you.
Okay.
Not in this space.
Oh, I don't like that color. Okay, that's okay though.
All right, 2 successes. That's enough to heal 4 boxes. So that takes Carl all the way back down to bruised. Now, Carl, you are still in a lot of pain. This does not negate the pain. This is a mark upon your spirit, your avatar as well. And that amount of backlash, Winky, you can hear him kind of cry out as well.
Thank you for whatever you did. Oh my God, this hurts so bad.
I can only imagine. Wow, that was quite an entrance.
Speaking of entrances,
oh God,
we'll leave you guys where you're at here, and we will see what's going on with Vesper as he knocks on Mabel's door.
Oh, boy.
Vesper Watts. You are at the door of this, kind of decent mid-range home. There's a beautiful commune where people seem to work together. This reminds you of the construct. Everybody has a place, everybody has a task, everyone works together for mutual benefit. This actually makes you a little bit more comfortable.
Great. That was needed, especially after the lovely greeting at the door. Yeah, just go up and just knock on the door.
Okay.
See if anybody's home.
You go knock on the door. Charlie, you hear a knock on the door downstairs from where you're at in your room, temporary room. And you do hear some shuffling coming from the kitchen towards the door.
Yeah, I move over at least by my door and just kind of crack it open so I can hear a little better.
Okay.
So you can get an ear of what's going on before I try to react one way or another.
Sounds fair. Righto. Hide that. I'll hide this as well. You're listening. Grab. So as you knock on the door, Vesper, you hear someone coming down the hall, and the door opens, and a sullen-looking black woman opens the door.
Do I have any information on him?
The Vetus does not seem to recognize this person. Doesn't have a file. But your own innate sense of time, there seems to be like a maelstrom of temporal energy that swims around this individual. Can I help you, young man? Oh,
hi.
they're making you handsomer and handsomer all the time.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Vesper. I have certain problems, and I think we share those problems.
Vesper, like that
yes.
woman in World War II, the spy?
Yes. I know who you're talking about, yes. But so this problem we share, be able to go and talk about it somewhere that isn't outside.
She narrows her eyes, kind of looks you up and down. You feel her scanning your very essence as she debates internally as to whether or not to allow you entrance into her home. You could be a vampire for all she knows.
Yeah. Vesper gives like 3 different fake smiles, each one kind of worse than the last, before they kind of give up. They're like, that wasn't the right thing to do. But...
What's your willpower?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Okay.
Get.
Okay. What are your immediate surface thoughts?
why do I have to be the one that has to talk with people? Like, I get we need their help, but like they're better people for this. Why am I the one that has to talk with people? She's looking at me. They're still looking at me. Hi.
She
She's
smiles.
kind of
She's
that
like,
nervous,
okay, you need to come
repetitive.
inside and get a cookie. Come on.
Okay, thank you. Follow them inside.
Head into the kitchen. Cookies are on the plate. A couple croissants as well. I did make some chocolate chip pancakes earlier, but I think we ate them all. But if you like, I could make another batch if you'd like.
No, the croissants are fine.
Okay. One moment. Go ahead. I'll be down here in just a moment, sweetie.
Vesper will sit down and immediately, like, their legs start shaking, like doing the up and down thing. Of like this, I have to talk with people. It's great. It's great fun. I don't know where I am.
Charlie, there's a small next to you. It's like right by your head because you're by the door.
I take a second and then I open the door, look out.
You have a visitor, Charlie.
I have a visitor?
Well, he's more pertinent to you than he is to me. He's quite the nervous fella, though he won't show it. You won't see that. But from what I can tell, he's definitely here to see you more than me.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go see what he wants.
Okay, I'll follow you. Lead the way.
Okay.
She follows you downstairs as you head towards the kitchen. Vesper, as you are, taking a bite of the croissant, this very thin individual walks into the room, and your Vetus immediately reacts, and you get this bit of info. It is intentionally hard to read because it's on your sunglasses. You're inside, by the way, wearing sunglasses.
As soon as I remember that I'm wearing sunglasses inside, I'll also take them off after this. Okay.
And I'll let Billie read through that if they'd like.
Yep.
That's you. All right. And then once you kind of give you don't really have a mental connection with the mirror shades. The Vetus, you actually are still having to issue physical commands. So, but it's usually just like a simple gesture.
And then I'll remove the sunglasses portion, as in, like, I'll just probably just take it off and just like hang it off one of the jacket pockets.
Okay. So yeah, glasses off, jacket pocket, and before you stands Charles Newell. You have sensed their presence before. You've seen them in your psychometry, and you saw them just the night before, or the previous, 2 nights before.
I stand up and go to shake their hand. Like, hi, I'm Vesper. Nice to meet you. Kind of.
Hey, I'm Charlie. We'll see if that's the same.
Do you shake my hand, or should you just kind of like hold it out? Because they will keep holding it out for a second, a little bit too long before
Look-
realizing.
For a second, and hesitantly shakes it.
Okay.
Charlie has a very light handshake.
They have Vesper has a little bit of a sweaty handshake. Great talk to you. Can I roll to see whether they're equally upset as the previous one?
You get a sense that there was a recent fight that occurred,
Yeah.
and everyone is on high alert. They're definitely, emotions have been raw.
Okay.
Charlie hides it better than Inea does.
Okay. It's like the feeling kind of like walking in the middle of some stuff. But no time like the present.
Yeah, I would say timing isn't great, but I don't think there's great timing around us right now for interruptions or whatever.
Mabel
So
from
what's going on?
Mabel from the background says, "Hallelujah."
Well, I have a certain problem, and I think we share that. Like some type of like owl-looking stuff.
Do continue.
Yeah, that's most of what I've got. But it's a problem. Yeah,
I would say that's a problem.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it around, and we've seen a lot of y'all with it. So usually fighting it. So I'm gonna assume that you guys have the common enemy thing. Was hoping to see if I could help y'all out with getting rid of it at all. Help each other out, make the world a better place, type of stuff.
You do not understand. But maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe you understand really fucking well. But you do not. I don't think you understand the timing of what you're asking me right now.
No.
I'm supposed to trust you right now after what I just heard. I know you don't. I mean, maybe you do, but I don't think you know what I just heard. But I don't think you should be asking me these questions right now.
Yeah, I get the feeling that like I missed a very important thing that's gonna make this a lot more time consuming, for lack of a better word.
Well, let's just put it this way. I'm in a situation where I'm not down to trust any fucking buddy. So, you better make it really clear who you are working for and what you plan to do for us. And I'm not talking about what we plan to do together. I'm talking about what you plan to do for us.
Okay, well, I think the suit kind of gives that one away. And then other than that,
I don't know that it does, because I've seen a whole lot of things going on from a whole lot of people that seem like they're working for one thing, and then it doesn't look like they're working for that thing. And so, let's be real clear. Give me an organization name.
would I be willing to give just Technocratic Union, or was that something that's like?
This would be information that you would know. Tradition mages should know.
Yeah.
So this would be an authorized disclosure of information.
I work for the Technocratic Union, which, as you know, things like owls attacking Winterfest is not usually what we like to have. Other than that,
in that way, I
bringing
say that
myself.
we agree.
Yeah. I just am here to dispose of that specific issue. I won't get in the way with anything else. Just whatever needs to happen to get rid of that. That's me. That's my goal.
Okay. And then what?
And then I leave probably. That's as far as that's where my orders end. So go take the thing out,
Okay.
and then it's just constantly doing like the double thumbs up gesture during it, thinking like this will help, this will help, this will be good, this will help.
Okay. What I mean, I just don't see a scenario here where. Well, first of all, I don't see a scenario where we're coming out of this on the good end, other than the fact that these owls may be taken care of. That I could see us working together for. That makes sense to me. You know, you want those things gone, we want those things gone. But I can't see a situation where you don't also want us gone.
Well, y'all.
Maybe not
haven't done anything
you.
bad.
But I mean, the greater you.
Fair enough. As from the information that I have and the information that they've given me on you, it's all very like, oh, be nice to them. They could be potential assets. They could help out in the future again. So I don't think it's anything that's going to be, unless you just like start attacking our facilities or something. It's not going to be like a quick 180, like, oh, now take them out, because they don't usually do that. That's usually not my type of mission. As you can tell, I'm not great at gaining trust, so betraying it is not going to be really what they'd send me out for. They probably send somebody that's like smooth talking and like not having this issue.
Yeah.
Psyops are a bitch.
So it would be me, is what I'm saying. Is if they wanted to like take somebody out at the end of it, like it's not me. I'm not the right one for that. And they're all about efficiency and things, so
Well, you're already here, so I don't. We're kind of already stuck.
yeah. And like it doesn't I don't know what the piece I'm missing is, but maybe we have a little bit of time to think things through. So like you don't have to like commit right away. It's not like you have to make this whole decision and discuss with people. I'm not gonna force anything on you. I'm perfectly fine just eating a croissant for a while.
I am laughing. You're not gonna force anything. Okay. Okay. There's this like, Charlie looks like he's about to just like complete like. He might just lose his mind laughing and just not stop laughing.
I should make mention to Vesper that this is particularly unnerving. Not only is Charlie's like jovial laughter almost insane, they also seem to have like thin fungal growths in place of parts of their hair.
Yeah, no, the Vesper is definitely, as soon as you start laughing, it's like I did something wrong. I messed it up. Okay, how do I get out of here if need to? Looks like they already have like somewhat of an exit strategy, but more of like definitely start fleshing that out.
I think I'm gonna need to talk to my colleagues.
Sounds good. I'll be here? Question mark.
I turn and look at Mabel. Is she still there?
Yeah, she's still there. She's like,
What is the what is the look on her face at this point? Because I've got this real questioning look on mine.
hers is it looks like morose acceptance almost. Like she's sitting there watching things play out and you've seen her kind of get that long distance look before. You kind of get that same gaze yourself when you're connected to the mycelial consciousness. Hers is also kind of a far away look, but it's but she's fully aware of like everything that's happening. And he says she just seems a little sad and a little accepting of how things are unfolding.
So what do you think, Mabel? Can he wait here while I converse with my colleagues?
How many pancakes can he eat? I'm saying I'm going to fatten him up so he doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
And you
fatten him up just in case we need to eat him.
Yes, because that's what all
At
the
that point,
switches
Charlie
do.
just kind of slowly turns and walks away.
Vesper immediately just starts like slightly sweating at that notion of just like I don't know if they're serious.
Yes, because
Like
to
I
you,
just
Vesper,
hope not.
witches and covens and is all fairy tale shit. So they very well may be fattening you up.
Yeah. I'm gonna just finish with this croissant. Don't eat pancakes. It'll be okay. I'll be okay.
All right.
It's so funny because Charlie's so quiet usually, but you caught him on the wrong fucking day.
Charlie's dealt with
Everybody
these
on
black
one
suits
day.
before.
I feel so bad for Vesper right now.
Sympathy for the devil.
Say,
Don't
Charlie
worry.
going off, like that part. Everything Charlie said times a million. Yes. Preach the gospel. Shame the devil.
And the terrifying thing for Vesper is that he's only met 2/3 of the group, and they are the quiet ones.
Not wrong.
Oh, thanks.
So, before we go to the not quiet one, Charlie, what are you quietly doing?
I'm heading out of the room and like sending a mental message to the rest of the group. Yeah.
Yeah. That does require Jezebel to be in a good state of mind for that to work.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go on a fucking hike then, because I have an idea, at least, of where Jezzy's gonna go.
So, we'll cut to that after we catch up with Jezebel.
Oh yeah. I can actually make sure that she is where I think she's going. I can.
You have enough of a familiar connection with all of them that correspondence-wise, you know exactly where all of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have no problem locating or identifying any of them. But, Jezzy, you stormed out ahead of everyone. I'm going to say that you even jumped on a four-wheeler just to get there faster. You are nearing the sacred sanctum space that you've assigned for yourself here at Snake Tongue Point. What are you doing now that you've ran this way?
I think in light of everything, I get off the four-wheeler and I just scream as loud as humanly possible so I can just get it all out. And I'm slick cussing out everything and everybody. Like, this is bullshit. What happened to Jennifer? What is going on there? Full on throwing a temper tantrum. And then when I finally gotten it out of my system, I'm going to smoke a doobie and take a seat so I can meditate and do yoga. Because Aunt Mabel just raised the fuck out of my blood pressure and I've had enough.
All right, so we got sad Jezzy
Yes.
out here at Snake Tongue Point.
Sad face.
Sad face. Okay. You scream and kick around a bit, and you hit the bike. I mean, hit the four-wheeler. You kick up some rocks, and you bitch and curse at the universe. Before you just kind of you hit the ground. You just sit. You just fall. And you've got your pack with you. And rustling around in there is some doobies, a couple of pills, various things that you have used to fuel ecstatic experiences, to reach beyond this world and this mind. And you pull out the joint, you look at the couple of pills of joy, you make that decision. It's not the time. And you light up.
Joy was tempting, but I need right now. Because me yelling at the universe is not going to save Jennifer. And it's sure as hell not going to stop these owl people. And if and when cancel comes back, it's not going to stop that thing either. So, no, I need a cool head so I can.
Okay. So you're sitting there, you're calming down. Go ahead and roll a, let's say, wits and meditation.
Wits and meditation. The difficult.
Difficulty 6.
Okay.
2. Okay, 2 successes. It is really hard. 2 successes is not enough to bring you down to baseline. You are still nearly boiling over. You're not as volatile as you felt moments before, but you still have that ember in your gut that you can feel.
I mean, I think I don't know how well it'll work, but I'd like to try and talk to Polaris.
Okay. Yeah. Simple enough. You've got your materials, so you can do the rote. In this case, Arete +3 for a DP mod. Given your state of mind, difficulty will be 7, but it's still coincidental.
Mod of 3. My state of mind. I think it's like almost anxiety, almost like how a thought will just sort of like chase its own tail in your head. And I just cannot get past the fact that Aunt Mabel lied. By omission, yes, but a lie is a lie. And Jezzy's a lot of things, but a liar is not one of them. So I'm honestly like disgusted. And I'm like, yeah, I'm still angry. Because it's not just some random person who's pulling all these sneaky machinations. It's my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's my like it's her. It's the lady. Like it's her.
It's that one possible person that was above reproach.
Yeah.
All right. 3 successes. Absolutely. You're angry, but that gives you a bit of a focus. You call out to the universe and you pull in the cosmic entity that is Polaris. and seeing the vision of the day kind of becomes dark and the sky opens up, and you're expecting this nebula of clouds and energy that formed this horse, but it feels, and that's a very personal thing to you, that manifestation of Polaris in the horse form. But the sky opens up, and it's almost like instead of the horse coming from the sky down to you, an eye opens, and a singular point, the Polaris itself, the namesake of your avatar, peeks at you from beyond.
Well, hi. You're looking big and vast.
All the knowledge of the universe at your fingertips.
You make yourself sound like Google.
What's a Google?
Good question. I don't think any of us know, to be honest. So, you mentioned all of the knowledge in the universe at my fingertips, and boy, howdy, do I need some knowledge right now. I kind of want to fight my aunt because one of my friends is in danger, potentially deadly danger, because my aunt manipulated her into being there. Well, you let Aunt Mabel tell it wasn't manipulation because she knew there were risks. But Aunt Mabel knew. Aunt Mabel knew that Jennifer is the person. She knew. Aunt Mabel knew that Jennifer was walking into a situation that would be very difficult for her to walk out of, and she did not tell her. And now Jennifer is being roughed up and in the hands of a bunch of owl people / I don't know, cosplay Nazis. I don't know what the hell they think they're doing. Whatever it is, it's got my friend in danger, and I don't know if I can trust my aunt anymore. To be honest and to be truthful. I don't know, and if I can't trust her, then who the hell am I supposed to trust if I can't trust Aunt?
That was not a rhetorical question, was it?
No, I desperately need your advice. Anything you got.
It sounded rhetorical. Well, I mean, I suppose you could trust yourself. You could trust me. I believe whoever you deem worthy of trust would need to be heard.
Yeah, well, she's done a lot to earn some distrust. And you're right. I can trust myself. I think I've been working on that for a long time. I don't know, I just always kind of felt like for those times when I couldn't trust myself, for the times that I didn't, at the very least I could trust that that's not as true as I wish it was.
Truth is on a sliding scale.
Fair. It shouldn't be, but it is. So, gear shift. do you have any idea of how we could get some sort of advantage on these owls at all? Do you know the owl people? Like the owl spirit guys?
I think I once played a game of cards with the Owl Man. That was a long time ago.
One.
I don't remember.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna assume you did because
But he
I'm
was a
biased.
shitty bastard.
Yeah, that's being generous.
My inexperience with the minutiae of mortal life makes this difficult.
I understand big picture and all that.
But I don't know many other mages like Mabel. I don't know if she's capable of not seeing the big picture and making more difficult decisions. It's hard when you're this high to know what is going to work out on a lower level.
You know, I hear you, and I know that somewhere in that there is a path for me to give Aunt Mabel grace. But I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't want to right now. I'm still mad. So I'll worry about that when I don't feel pissed off anymore.
Well then, what she did to you was a pretty shitty thing, and she's a bitch for it.
Well, yeah, like what the fuck, man? Literally, what the fuck? What the fuck? I think Jessie just starts crying. I don't know what else to do, poor thing. She has to take a second and get her life together because yeah, it was shitty. It was shitty. And the thing is that it wasn't done to me. It was done to a friend, which is worse. It's worse.
You're right. You were right.
And as Polaris has this conversation with you, the giant scope of the cosmos begins to coalesce around you, and you feel both bigger and the universe is smaller as a more familiar equestrian form is now standing next to you. Actually, not even standing, laying down. Things that horses don't do very often. This horse laying next to you, offering comfort.
Jessie's gonna take it, sure. Jessie's gonna take it. Because, like, normally she would go to Aunt Mabel kind of stuff. But, I mean, can't do that right now, you know? I am scared for my friend. Really scared for Jenna.
What are you gonna do about it?
Oh, I'm gonna beat Ned's ass. I'm gonna beat his fucking ass. He's all of this. I can't hit Aunt Mabel, and I would. But Ned, oh, he's gonna get all of this anger. Somebody is gonna taste my wrath today. I'm gonna kick his ass. Fucked with the wrong person's friend, bro. Wrong person.
Sounds fair.
I think Jezzy just kind of relaxes. Because it's nice. It's validation is what it is. That, like, I'm allowed to feel. And I think that unto itself was what I needed. To just sort of...
Okay. You take your moment and you take as much time as you need. You feel the initial shock of the revelation, the initial pain, knowledge that this was not something... This was something done to Jennifer. And it was also something done in your name. Yes, you're not the head big honcho mage of this commune, but Mabel is, and these are her consors. But at the end, you should have been a part of this decision.
I mean, at the very least, been made aware of it.
And that's where it stings.
Yeah. Me and Aunt Mabel are gonna have a chat.
And you make that resolution that something needs to be done. Air has to be had. And Polaris definitely helps, adds their wisdom, gallops back into local space.
Does he take an apple?
If you offer it, absolutely.
Yeah, I gave him some apples. He can't just come here on an empty belly.
Absolutely.
He's like the universe, so I don't think he can, but I do.
And so you make your way back towards the commune, and this is when you come across... It's almost as if everything was kind of prepared for you. As you return, Charlie is heading your direction, and Inea is by the stream near the commune, looking very distraught as something is going on. Actually, roll perception and awareness.
Perception. What's the difficulty?
6. Oh, absolutely. You see that she is tending to some human form on the ground across the gauntlet in the spirit wilds.
Wow.
And the 3 of you, 4 of you, if we add Carl, are all kind of in the same spot, the same space at this point. Each with new information. Go.
So, hey, guys. Rough morning. Probably not as rough as that guy's morning.
No, he has categorically had a worse morning than the 3 of us. That said, I'm not sure what this is yet.
Yeah. Well, I suppose, should we get him on the right side of the gauntlet?
Yes, I would like to do that. person whose name I still haven't caught. Yes. And I hate that you're still hurting, but I think the next step is to get you on this side of things. Okay. Okay. Let's do that. Jesse. Oh, Charlie. You too. Stick a pin in this. Al Capone. Okay. Now.
I just wrote it in my notes. I don't know, man.
I swear
I'm
to God,
putting a pin where it belongs.
I swear to God, it will make sense in a minute.
Sticking a pin in that.
Yes. Let's get this poor guy over here.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay.
I'm Jezzy, by the way. Good to meet you.
Oh, God.
It's forehand.
Okay. Okay, so now that he is at least not in danger of death, although
Yes.
the sanity might be in question.
Well, he did come in riding a rabbit, so yeah.
That's after what I saw with my own personal summoning. I'm not sure whose sanity I should be questioning yet. Okay, so yeah, let's see if we can work together to get this gauntlet open so he can come over here.
Okay. I'd say, yeah, you could definitely try and ritualize this. You and Jesse have some crossover capabilities here with the meditation. And this is her territory. She knows it well. I'd say let's have each of you roll Arete, and given the thinness of the gauntlet here already, between the two of you to get it down to 0 and be able to pull them out as if this was a shallowing, 4 successes.
Just Arete by itself, no DP, right?
Correct.
Okay, and what's the difficulty again?
Difficulty is going to be, let's see, 5. And it is vulgar, so you each will take a paradox.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I got 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I have 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, between the two
we're
of you, you overcompensate, and you both kind of the material world begins touching the spirit world, and the fluctuations are very distressing. You see all colors that you're not used to, and water is mixing with air and floating into the space. You don't want it staying like this for any period of time, but it is enough to grab Carl and pull him over to the material side. And this effect should, both of you reasonably agree, dissipate soon.
Like, I'm really happy to just let it go right now.
Yeah, it can.
Once he's all the way through, it can go.
Okay. Clear enough. You drag Carl back into the mysterious side. You're able to stand. You have no physical ailments at this point, but you still feel the burn.
Okay.
That's going to require time.
Okay.
That's just not something you're going to be uncomfortable, and you're probably going to take various negatives due to that condition. But
Okay.
we'll get to that when we get to that.
I basically look at everybody and say, oh my God, thank you so much. That hurt so bad.
I'm happy to help. pretty sure that probably still hurts a lot.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna hurt for a while.
I have a question. Is there a thing I can do on Carl's mind so that he doesn't feel the pain so acute? Would that sort of like help with the discomfort?
I mean, you could. It would probably be a conjunctional effect with life in mind, but you've got that. To a degree.
Yeah, I have life, so I can't do it on other people yet, I don't think.
Right. Like I said, you could probably do a bit of a dulling effect if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do that. Being burned alive is no fun.
Not at all.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think fun is in the same general vicinity.
No, not at all.
So yeah, go ahead. You could roll your arete and see. Normally, the difficulty is based on the willpower of the recipient, or not the target. But since he's not going to really fight this, this would be difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6. Is there a DP mod or no?
No DP mod. Okay, 2 successes. I will keep that in mind.
Okay.
You feel like you've had some ibuprofen kind of kick in, but the burn still stings.
I don't know what you did, but thank you. Thank you.
You got it, boss.
Yeah, Jezzy's good like that. So,
what the hell is going on? Who is this?
Right,
we don't
yeah.
need another person right now. I've got more news. You don't want more news, but I got more news.
So, yeah, I think that's what you are. Let's start with this. Hi, I'm Inea Blackwell, and you just came riding up to me on the wrong side of the gauntlet on a giant purple bunny.
Yeah, I was at this place where they were having this Christmas show, and I hold up the briefcase and I said, and there's this puppet. The guy got taken, and I'm sorry, I'm a little flustered from being all, a crispy critter, but okay. I was at this place where they were having Christmas, and this big earthquakey thing happened, and these guys came out because I was looking for the Seattle Spirit Science Center, and I was looking for this person to talk to, and these men came and took him away, and I saw that they had these weird spirit shadows, and
Like what?
Wait, like spirit shadows, like with eyeballs?
Did they have eyeballs, Tim?
They had yellow and red, what you would consider eyes, yeah.
Okay, so they had yellow and red eyes, and they took this puppet guy away, and I was trying to follow him because, I just wanted to talk to him. They took him away. I had to take out like 4 guys, and trying to follow him, I grabbed his puppet because, they're tethered. Yeah, the puppet kind of is, works on its own. That blew my mind. But anyways, to be able to follow him, I had to go through the gauntlet. And Fitty told me about this friend he had, so I just let him lead the way.
Just letting you know, Fitty, I think, is the bunny.
Yes.
Who was
yeah,
talking with Proberry, who is my GoPro, and you think you guys have sort of caught on to that one.
Yeah.
Because you've
Sounds
had
like the weirdest acid trip where
Yes. I would
Charlie's just like walking around, pacing around in a circle around like everybody holding his head.
Yeah. Charlie, Inea, and Jezebel I would like each of you to give a, let's say, intelligence and let's say intelligence and awareness. Difficulty 6. Although, yeah, we'll say 6.
Two is my number tonight.
But not so much for me, but I didn't do terribly.
So,
oh, look at
6.
Charlie go!
Like, so I need Charlie's dice, to be honest.
I was
Maybe
going
I
to say
should switch to
we're
that
back
color.
to Charlie being our
High
primary
roller.
dice roller.
Oh yeah.
So, Inea and Jezzy didn't necessarily get a great look at the time. But Charlie, you recognize this person from the night that you raided Construct Gray and were assisting them out of an elevator while Inea and Griffin Claw fought a saber-tooth tiger.
Shit, I know you.
I look and I go, do I recognize?
Well, you recognize Inea from the website, but you do recognize Charlie as... No. This is a... If you recognize them at all, they've lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And have grown several inches.
I just kind of squint and look.
Yeah, I don't know if you know me, but I definitely remember you.
Where do you
Construct
remember me
Gray.
from? Yes. Oh, that's right. You guys helped me. It looks like I owe you guys my life twice.
I
Wait.
look at the rest of my group and like when Griffin Claw was fighting this saber-tooth tiger, he was in the elevator. You remember that?
I
You-
still have nightmares about it. Yes.
Yeah, that was a
Oh
fucking
my.
time.
What? Why?
Okay, so you were there. Okay, when we were pulling Jolie, well, we were trying to pull Jolie. Oh, wow. Okay. Whew. You know what? And it sounds like you have now also had a run-in with Big Owl Man's shard shadow things. Did they turn into owls by any chance?
One of them did give like a shape. It kind of reminded me of a bird of some sort.
Okay. Yeah, wow.
Owl man? What is this owl man?
Pretty sure
Goodness.
that's what just attacked you at Winterfest, which, by the way, was 2 nights ago now.
No, I literally just came from there.
I promise you, 2 nights. You were on the other side of the gauntlet. Time does not work the same way in there all the time. Sometimes it does, but not always.
Brain is frizzled.
Yeah,
The brain is frizzled.
you have had the kind of period of days that we are starting to get used to. It's not a good thing. Charlie, you said you have some news for us. I am afraid to hear
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I get the idea. We need to hear it.
Well, I just had a little conversation with somebody back at the house. Somebody from the he said he was from the Technocratic Union. Yeah, he's back at Mabel's place right now. She's making him pancakes. He wants to help us kill the owls, or stop the owls, or whatever the fuck.
You mean the people who put me in the internet?
That would be them. Yes.
Yep.
They did that
Yeah.
to us too. Mm-hmm.
I
Fun
guess
times
not.
we've had with them.
Yes.
Upon hearing
There's,
that,
there's
Inea,
like an agent here.
you put two and two together that the change that happened with Proberry happened when you were brought into that video game. And
It did.
it's possible that the coding that changed Proberry may have affected whatever spirits seem to congregate around Carl.
Wait, whoa. Okay. So Proberry went ape shit and gained sentience about the same time what happened to all of us happened when they put us in the internet.
You know, that's kind of funny that you say that because the same thing happened with Biddy.
And Fiddy knew Proberry. Because that's how you got here.
Yeah. Fiddy definitely brought me to you.
So this is the connection that our tech has made that we didn't know anything about.
I look at my watch. Well, I look at my Fitbit and go, okay, I don't know what to think of anything. My brain hurts. My body hurts.
And
Me neither. I just follow your.
We've apparently got one of their suits sitting in Mabel's kitchen.
I could punch something.
You
I don't
too?
have. I don't know who to trust at all here, and I don't know who's working with who.
So I'm going to say that just based on past experience, we trust him not even as far as we can throw him. That said, we need help against these owl people because they now have potentially 2 people kidnapped. And God only knows why. Well, we know with Jennifer, we know.
Yeah.
They're trying to use her to get to us. But your puppet person, and I'm afraid to know what's in that case, so I'm just going to leave that right there as it is right now, because my brain may explode about like yours just did. So
Too
I'm
many
going to
surprises.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I brought this is because it's a tether to his master, which was I guess the owls came and got and took them too. So you say that somebody on your side got abducted as well?
Yeah, Jolie, he's here in the compound somewhere too, presuming that nobody has managed to murder him yet. He's very murderable, especially lately.
Very punchable face.
Very
punchable energy just in general.
Just kind of in
general.
general.
Him is very punchable.
But he was the reason that we were in the building that day. We did not yet know how punchable he was.
Well,
I don't think I would have left him in the building anyway, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, first off, thank you for saving me once. Thank you for saving me twice. I have a puppet that's tethered to its master, and maybe they are at the same place that your person is at. So maybe we have a way of finding them.
Might even be a way in, which brings me back to the total non sequitur of Al Capone. Do either of you know how they got Al Capone?
No.
They got
Tax evasion.
The tax evasion, thank you. My point being, they didn't get Al Capone for all the evil shit that he did. They got him for the minor stupid shit that he also did.
Right.
Morrow suggested, which is who I was talking with when you rode up on your valiant purple steed. Morrow suggested that we need more information and we need to find a new trail. And she's not wrong.
Mhm.
They are expecting us to come at them full frontal assaults. I'm thinking that is not the path.
No.
And we may be looking at 2 pieces of that puzzle now. I much as I hate to suggest it because they can go fuck themselves, we may need to speak with the technocracy's little
Stooge.
pawn. Stooge, thank you. That was the word I was really looking for. Because full frontal assault is a trap, and I think we all know it.
I agree.
But here's the thing. Another thing that occurred to me when we started talking, or when I started thinking Al Capone, is they have very kindly offered us photographic
Photographs
evidence of
of
what
them
they have done.
I was literally just thinking that. We have leverage, at least in that small way.
We not only have leverage, we have the stooge of a group who fucking erased the camera evidence of what happened that night, 2 nights ago.
Oh, at the
Winterfest.
Winterfest. Sorry, I'm not from around here, so
You're right, and
Sounds like
you are definitely not up to speed yet. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. No, you're 2 days behind.
You are 2 days behind. We will get you caught up.
all right.
So the earthquake thing that you mentioned,
Yes.
that was us.
Oh.
That was us confronting something that chased us out of the digital web. Chased Jolie, actually, out of the digital web. That thing, we either drove it off or destroyed it. Take your pick, we're not sure. Either way, the owl dudes who have our friend took advantage of that fight and its aftermath to attack us. And they did us some damage, but they didn't get us. And that's why they are now threatening our friend.
Okay.
They want us because we have been pissing in their Wheaties at every opportunity. They're a bunch of jackbooted fascists. They deserve it, I promise. They don't deserve nice things like breakfast anymore.
Well,
So, loath as I am to suggest it, we should at least talk with this dude and see how far
Yeah,
he's willing to
I'm kind
help.
of thinking like, they're offering us a weapon. That's the way I'm seeing it. Let's just make sure that it's a throwing weapon, that we're not there when it hits.
We do not need splash damage of any kind, and Jennifer does not need splash damage, and neither does Puppet Dude, who we're gonna have to get some more information on, so we know what's happening there.
Right.
So, sounds like we gotta go back to the house.
Yeah.
No. I'm not mad at you, Jesse. I love you dearly. I'm mad at Mabel.
Yeah.
I am not to be trusted to be civil with her right now.
Oh, I get it, because
Not
I'm
sure
not either.
that she's not working with them.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I would say that she did not exactly.
It just seems really fucking fishy that all of this happens and then immediately a technocracy dude shows up at her house and she just like, oh well, he's here for you. I'm gonna make him pancakes.
It's not looking good. It's not looking
He
good.
came up. Let me clarify what happened. I was upstairs. He knocked on the door. She let him in. They had a tiny little conversation. She came up and got me, brought me down, and said, "Hey, he's here to see you."
Okay,
Then
wait
we
a
had
minute.
our little conversation.
Wait a minute. So, Mr. Purple Rabbit totally drove this out of my head until just now when you said that. But right before he knocked on Mabel's door, I was stomping out here looking for a place to go talk to Morrow. And I got to the front gate, and he was there with a black SUV, getting out of a black SUV. Your technocracy dude was. I was too angry to
Okay.
deal with him, so I sent him to Mabel's house. So it's my fault that he went to Mabel. That said, he was here already when I got out here. So that doesn't actually negate anything that you just said. It just sort of adds context. He asked for directions to somebody in charge.
Okay.
So I sent him to Mabel.
That lightens my suspicion about 3 ounces. Got it.
Just a little bit. Just a little, because he was here. He was fucking here. So, okay.
Great. The timing of all of this is just... I don't believe in coincidences.
No.
No. This is not a coincidence. These are coalescing.
At this point,
It's a good word.
at this point, that there's a lot of people kind of converging here. And I'm not entirely sure who's where, who belongs where, if we got to start drawing more lines than we already have.
Yeah, we need to get out the board and start sticking some pins in and drawing some lines between them, running our red string around and seeing who connects to what.
We need a war room.
For real.
Well, I'm
Think in
sure
the
Aunt Mabel
library-
has a whole arts and crafts section in her house. So.
All right, we better go find out what we can piece together with all of the new pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am thinking that it might be time to consider pulling in a secular authority or two that hasn't been bought by the Home Guard.
Yeah.
I'm thinking FBI, because we've got
Stop! I was thinking that.
we've got kidnapping to start with.
Yes.
2 counts now.
And assault, which is a felony.
Oh, easily assault.
Because those sleeper agencies, man, they get everything right. Okay.
I
mean, they don't, but if there's heat
No.
that we can put on them,
I don't get. Yeah, see, that's my concern. I just want to piss in Ned's Wheaties. I want him to trip up.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he face plants, I want to be there with my hiking boots on.
make that man eat pavement for dinner, what he deserves.
Man, y'all are a bunch of violent reality deviants. So you guys make you have your conversation, and Carl, you have a suitcase with apparently a living puppet. Do you keep it in the case for now?
I keep it in the case for right now.
Okay.
That's a good
Yeah, I'm not trying to deal with that weirdness at the moment. I'm having a hard time taking on the information that I have. Or
Yeah, we just
information that's given.
we
But,
just threw a lot at you.
Yes.
Well, I
Okay.
definitely want to, because I feel that I need to be open with the people that have saved my life twice. I tell them, I guess, as we are going to the cabin, you said?
Mhm.
As
Well,
we're going to the cabin, I
It's a
tell
full
them
house, but yeah.
tell them the situation with Sikta and his mother.
We'll put a pin on that because that's a long story.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll
Okay.
say that later.
Sikta.
Yeah, they don't even know who Sikta is.
Okay.
I was about to start taking notes. We fixed to have a whole bunch of friends.
but at the very least,
I mean,
I
out of
tell them-
character, I think I know that name.
Yeah, I feel like it's familiar, but I don't know.
I tell them that at the very least, I tell them that my sect and what my goal is, because I take it the walk can't be that far, but I don't
Not
want the
very long.
conversation to be super large. But I let them know that my end goal was to basically walk in my father's footsteps. I'm kind of a mutt, a mother who was not magical, a father who was, found out that later in life, and I'm just
the
trying to
most.
build a library while trying to become a member of this sect.
Yeah, you definitely in a bit of the conversation you form a loose understanding with Inea specifically, as her understanding of Kha'vadi is that you don't really get recruited. It's you are or you are not, and based on the writing of the Purple Bunny and the conversations, it for her, I would imagine, is like, this guy looks like he's got some spirit stuff going on. But your story confirms it, and I don't know, for Inea that may allow a little more trust, but at this point, who knows?
Well,
Back.
going by what I've just heard, I completely expect them to not trust me yet.
Understood. George Lucas, diagonal wipe. We find Vesper and Mabel in her kitchen.
Pancake.
Mabel has made a 5-stack pile of pancakes, chocolate chip, and has presented it to you several minutes ago. What have you done with these pancakes?
Try to eat it as slowly as possible to not seem impolite, but also not run the risk of getting literally fattened up and then.
Okay. As you eat the pancakes, go ahead and give me a willpower roll.
No.
Yeah, there's a big button at the top that says willpower.
Yeah. Should I type in a description?
You don't have to.
Yeah. Difficulty 6?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Wow.
-2, baby! Let's go!
Wow. Okay. You've gone through a lot of training and preparation for your missions and for your role. You are normally pretty capable of surviving any type of poison or mood altering substances, that sort of thing. That said, these pancakes got you feeling pretty good, feeling pretty happy. Your defenses are starting to go down. The walls that you've built to keep yourself mutual in the construct have faded a bit.
I'll lose everything because of some pancakes. I was too polite to not eat. Fantastic.
And Mabel's like, so, how long have you been a soulless baby killer?
Depends. Do you count like the army part of that, or just the technicality? It's like kind of difference, but a little while.
Little while. So, like, 5 months, 5 years?
Say more than 5 months, less than 5 years.
Ah, so you're still like a baby yourself. You're the one
Yeah,
being eaten. You know that, right?
sure. I understand the analogy. Yes.
Okay. Well, my my niece and her friends and a new friend are going to come through that door relatively soon. I would choose your words very carefully, Vesper.
Yeah, I've been doing a great job of that so far.
You haven't.
Yeah, I know. That one was sarcasm. I don't use it a lot, but yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. Had you come here 10 years ago, I would have scrambled your brains and you would be working my farm.
Yeah, I believe that.
However, people I love are in need of your help. And as much as I loathe your organization and the things that they have done to my people, I'm willing to see how this plays out. I have a sense that you understand, probably more than anyone else here today, that time does not flow in a straight line.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little weebly wobbly sometimes.
Yes, that's as good a phrase as any. So, I hope you enjoyed your pancakes. And we're going to make sure that everything goes smoothly and we won't have to do said scrambling.
Yeah, that'd be great. Be great if you
Good.
don't do that.
Yes. Now, she looks down at her watch, taps it a couple times, points to the door as Jezzy and group enter.
Now we can move on from this conversation.
She sits down in her special chair in the kitchen as she awaits the 4 tradition mages enter. As they do, you do get a readout on your Vidas. Who's walking in first?
I guess I would be.
Okay. So, as Jezebel walks in, you get her shiny details. And I'll let Alix read that because I think it's fun.
I love that I'm not suitable for recruitment. That makes me so happy. I'm so pleased. And I love that they know nothing. Good. Continue.
Mind is always worrying, but other than that, should be okay.
Mm-hmm. But you do know that about her now. Is anybody else reading it, or is that done? I'll
Okay.
leave those for handouts. I'll put those up on the Discord. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm probably gonna make this for every mage at this point now. 'Cause I get obsessed and I do shit like that. And so, as you as the group filters in, you get one more readout. Oh dear. That's right, it's hidden. For the new gentleman, someone you haven't seen before.
Well, I watched the tape of the escape, right? So
You did. Oh, I got a typo in there. You saw nothing in the tape that suggested Carl.
Okay.
Carl had disappeared before anything really happened that was recorded. But I'll let Carl read that, or Scott read that. But for Vesper, this is an unknown variable in this mission, and it is a person who has previously been in the company of the Technocratic Union, and they know some of their details, but they don't necessarily know all the details. Like, they don't seem to be affiliated with the traditions as far as you're aware.
Great. Good to know. We love variables. Always fun.
And after the four of you pile in, Mabel takes her seat. She lets you come in as Vesper is slowly eating, getting through like maybe a good sixth of the pancakes.
Definitely put the fork down as soon as the conversation started to walk in. I was like, thank God I don't have to eat any more of these. Good. It's okay now. Can avoid that. But hi, everyone. I've met some of you already. I'm Vesper. You all are looking at me with light disdain. That's expected.
Oh yeah. Okay. Can I read his? I'm sorry. Can I read Vesper's surface thoughts? I'd like to know what they're thinking.
You can certainly try. Go ahead and roll your read's thoughts. Difficulty. Vesper, what was your willpower?
7.
With Mabel's effect, the difficulty is actually going to be 5.
Great.
Okay. I don't have
Love that.
I don't have a read thoughts wrote. Would it just
Okay.
be my arete?
Would just be your Arete, difficulty 5.
Okay. No DP mod, right?
No DP mod.
2 is my number.
2. Yeah, what is Vesper's surface thoughts?
Thank God that I don't have to eat anymore. Oh, there's more people. Okay, this is great. This is I don't know how to deal with this. Okay, talk about the thing. We have to talk about the owl thing. We have to get them to help out. Because otherwise it's just not gonna work out. I think that guy, that one there's stuff with that. And just kind of like very looping of like just being very nervous. And just like kind of like already thrown off initially when they came in and were treated with much more hostility than they were prepared for. And then just constant new variables of just constantly being thrown off more and being like, I should have been the one to be here, but we're here now and we have to stick with it.
Can I read his aura?
Yeah. All of you that have your perceptions, especially either spirit and or mind, would be able to see their aura. Let's see.
In this fertility, this where they're just kind of being stared down by a group of people that just walked in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Vesper's not in for a good time right now.
No.
Yeah. It's like, well,
Jesse
they
is
just
normally
walked
way
in.
more friendly.
Seriously,
But,
Jesse
like-
is.
No, honestly, at this point, the fact that I'm not like swinging is impressive.
So, any of you looking at Vesper's aura would definitely see a kind of a grayish aura, but with that familiar sparkle that you can see in any awakened individual.
So Charlie tells us that you're here looking for help dealing with the owl riders.
Yes, those. Yes. My problem seems like it's also y'all's problem. Seems like we could help each other out, you know.
Yeah, so it's not really your problem personally, is it? It's the technocratic unions, right?
I mean, like, it's kind of gonna be everybody's problem, considering that, like, every time just walking around somewhere, y'all seem to get into a fight with them. It's not comfortable for my experience surviving and breathing. So kind of my problem, because, you know, gotta protect the world, live in it and stuff.
Yeah, definition of protect may vary. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, protect.
Well, like that.
So,
Yeah.
how far are you authorized to go?
Depends. It's usually how it goes.
When it comes to reality deviants such that the Owl Riders represent, that is almost certainly a level 6. Well, we'll say level 4. You're authorized to take them out permanently.
Yeah, it's you know, up for my discretion as kind of as far as you can take that.
Okay. Sounds like
Yeah.
you've noticed they don't like us any more than we like them.
Yeah, this is why I should help you to help me get rid of them. You know,
So they're expecting us to come at them. And they've laid a trap.
are you stating this or are you asking this? Because
Oh no, I'm stating this.
Okay, good.
That's
'cause
the situation
not
right
knowing
now.
an answer. Great.
Yeah. So that's the situation. What pisses me off is that they're using a live person as bait. And it's somebody I actually give a damn about. We've got pictures that they use to threaten us with. Have you got somebody that can use them to bust down their entire system? Because they've got people in among the police. I gotta assume the county, maybe the state.
Yes, it's not going to be quick. But we'd be able to get like a start and begin investigating. You know how unions like to have their processes.
So your buddies got the footage from 2 nights ago erased like that overnight.
Yeah, footage and people are slightly different levels of difficulty to get rid of. Especially if we need to figure out who we do need to get rid of and who we don't, and then covering everything, you know.
So we've got lists.
Mhm.
We've got names. We've got faces.
Yeah, that would definitely speed up the process.
Yeah. So our friend, she's in mortal danger now. And I'm gonna grab the phone. I assume I'm still have that phone in my possession, actually.
Yeah, of course.
Pull up the pictures, the album,
Mhm.
and slide it across the table.
And I'll pick it up and scroll through it. Yep, that definitely looks like mortal danger, and definitely a person that I should be able to have full authorization to get rid of, and probably would if I didn't. Yeah. Do you mind if I send these through so we can
You go
investigate stuff?
and send those off. The phone doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and then just use the visor to scan over it, and then send images of it through.
So here's the other thing. Some of these people are prominent. So you might like to suggest that those photos get leaked to the press.
Yeah, that's depends. I'm not really the one that's in charge of those types of, like, what type of approach they're gonna take. Might be full public, getting the step down type of thing, or it's just gonna be like and then pictures might not be fully seen.
I'm thinking
Depending.
that reputations need to be destroyed so that this doesn't happen again. Because the owls, they show up where hate is being fostered. They feed on it.
So you want to generate more hate
No,
towards people.
I want to expose it. I
Okay.
want to expose the vitriol and the disgusting fascist. Oh, wait, excuse me. You're comfortable with that one. Bigotry involved in what these people have been doing.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to send them out, you can. I just not going to be the person that ends up doing that, so I don't have control over kind of how that side of it ends up. Like, they'll be
prepare
gone,
you very well
but I
for
don't
this,
know how.
did they?
No. No. They
Vesper,
were like,
looking at the pictures of the phone, it is disturbing, and there is definite malice in the pictures. You definitely see Jennifer getting more and more physically beaten. You definitely get a sense that this would 100% be a violation of Article 6, being that you are supposed to shepherd the masses and protect them from themselves and others. And of course, Article 5, destroy reality deviants. If this Ned person that's doing this is causing this, then this is a clear directive that would allow you to take action to, again, destroy doesn't necessarily mean kill. Could mean take them off the board. So what Inea is suggesting is still absolutely within the precepts.
yeah. And I think Vesper definitely understands that. It's just a thing of, like, they don't have the connections with media and stuff.
No, you're
So they're going to be sending things over and being like, it's probably going to work like that, but in a situation where they already have no trust, they're not going to be like, yeah, that's going to happen like this. It'll be great. Everything will be fine, and they will send these off media. They'll be down tomorrow. It'll be great. Try to avoid having that type of
Room's on fire. This is fine.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Well, it'll be sent through. Again, I'm not the one that has those connections, but I'm sure it'll be taken care of in some type of satisfactory way. But we can still, help out with the current matter at hand now. At least I can. if you want to like go save that person rather than wait for bureaucracy.
Well, that's the trap, isn't it? So
Yeah.
how much backup can you provide? Just you?
I mean, we'll have to survey it first and then be able to call an appropriate amount of backup. At least be able to like quarantine the area so that we don't have to worry about civilians, things like that. And really, depending on the area, it might be simpler than having to actually go in. I need more information about the place and numbers before I can accurately call for backup.
Correct. You still need to assess the situation enough to get authorization from your handlers as to whether or not you can increase the DTFT or the AFET.
Yeah.
If you've got that much concern about quarantining the area and that kind of thing, you're going to want to get moving. Because I'm real worried about my friend. And I'm not going to wait very long.
Yeah, it's just we can start moving, doing the reconnaissance, or I can just go do
Tonight.
reconnaissance.
Tonight.
Yeah, no, reconnaissance happens now. Whenever we end this conversation and move forward. Yeah, the everything else happens when we kick it off, so to speak.
Okay. All right. So, with that, the five of you in Aunt Mabel's kitchen begin to compare notes and discuss. And we can follow that up later. Scott, I know that you're not typically available on Mondays. Oh, we lost you. Oh, no.
We fell over.
We've got the camera down. Sorry. Don't get sick.
It's okay. We've just
He
had
was
a
just
little
sitting
too
there
much
and
to drink.
suddenly
It's
just
okay.
fell over.
Shit happens all the time.
Welcome back.
Holy
But
crap.
we're sitting, yeah. So, question for you, and I guess it's for the whole table. Scott, are you available next Monday or not?
I'm going to, at this very moment, say I am not.
Okay.
Because I don't have my schedule for the next 2 weeks just
Okay.
yet. I only have it out to this week.
Are you available next Sunday?
I believe I am.
Is everybody else available on Sunday or not?
Which
I can make it work.
If not, it's fine. I just
Let me look.
the
trying to think.
23rd.
Time are we talking about? We're talking about like 7 o'clock. Like,
it would be about the same.
We-
Yeah. Yeah, maybe 7 o'clock.
let me look at my calendar.
Yeah.
I know I have an event on Sunday. I just have to see what time it ends.
Understood.
Is it the 23rd?
Yeah, that would be the Sunday, 23rd.
Oh God, I'm in the wrong month entirely.
At
See, look
7
at this stupid time as a construct thing. Okay.
Yeah, my event ends at 5, so I should be good.
I'm doing Thirsty Sword Lesbians that day, and we're doing a full 8-hour day, but I think it ends at 6. I'll double check. Let me look right now, as a matter of fact, because it's in my Discord.
Okay. So, tentative, sounds like we may be, I don't know about Wim and Cindy.
No, I can make it work.
Okay.
I think I'll be out, and I don't think I'll be able to get a space to do it in.
So,
So I'm not gonna be able to do Sunday.
you won't be
Just
able
gone
to?
for the weekend. No, I think I'll be
Okay.
gone for the. I'll be gone for the weekend, but I don't think I'll be able to have a space where I can.
Okay. Understood. Okay. Let us leave it up in the air for now. Sounds like it may not work out for Sunday or Monday. But I'll work with Scott and see what might work. I'll probably reach out to all of you to see if we can get a Sunday and or Monday thing going. Maybe the 30th, the 1st, or whatever. and get the 5 of you, because I think this is a nice dynamic group going here. You got a little bit of everything.
Monday's a real thing for you guys. Mondays is normal for everybody else, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, so what I can at least do is probably say something to my boss, because for me, I just, it's work, for crying out loud. I can
You have all
ask
that
them.
PTO. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I have all that PTO that I need to use. I have all that PTO. What better to use it for gaming, man?
Hell yeah,
You're not
what
wrong.
better use? Hell yeah.
But yeah, I can at least talk to my boss and see if maybe we can start scheduling me like my 3 days be Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
I think that would be fun, and I would encourage it. If it's good
I'll-
for you.
and I'll
That's
see
very
what
selfish.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I like
floof.
having fun.
It's the floof.
Yeah, this is therapy.
It is.
Yes, it is.
You know what? It's slacking time. You don't have to feel guilty about slacking over.
Right. What do you have to get? What do you have to go? Man, I got mages to kill. I got bunnies to ride.
Yeah. Try describing this to
Mages
anybody.
killing bunnies to ride.
Describe this to anybody outside this circle. You're like, yeah, I fought a person who turned into an owl. A living puppet talked to me. My Fitbit turned into a giant rabbit. I rode that into the spirit world and all the way across to another island. I blew myself up. Yeah, no, don't. It's not gonna work.
My job would be like, oh, dude, this sounds really awesome. And some of the other people would be like,
No.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to back away slowly.
I have
Just-
tests to run.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I had a good time. I hope you guys did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely did. And it's good actually seeing you guys again. I haven't seen you guys in a long time.
Yes.
And it's nice meeting you for the first time.
Yeah. Wim, Scott, Wim. There you go. And it was good to have this. Like I said, I will try to coordinate and organize with Scott and see if we have a session next week, maybe the week after, or whatever it ends up being. Like I said, I think this particular story with these 5 makes sense, and I like it.
Yeah,
I love the dynamic, and Vesper,
Yeah.
honey, I'm sorry. You are gonna you got a rough ride ahead.
Socially awkward guy has to convince a group of people to trust the government. It's not.
Yeah.
I think it's
Oh, boy.
interesting to create an NWO operative that has no sphere, no dots in the sphere of mind.
So-
they are all about mind, and you are definitely not a part of that.
Not about
Yeah.
that.
You are-
No.
I think you are a weapon that the NWO uses. You're not one of their standard operatives.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not the one they should be putting in this situation.
Well, they ran the numbers. You are.
Yeah, they ran numbers and things, but like, I don't want to be here.
Poor Vesper. Poor Vesper is dealing with a commune-raised, effectively hippie, a Wiccan-based mycologist
Mhm.
professor, and a Native American activist.
Yeah.
Yeah. And somebody who broke out from one of their facilities.
Yep.
And you're asking these people to trust the fucking TU? Absolutely not.
Nope.
Absolutely not. You poor dear.
Yeah. Big
Like,
brother, not a favorite person around here.
No.
No. But all that being said, had a good time. Do you have any notes for
Yes.
me before we head off? Anything that you'd like to see going forward for your characters?
Al Capone, I'm not done with that idea yet.
I will do what I can.
More Fitty, because Fitty was cute. A giant purple rabbit. That's adorable.
Fitty was awesome, and I'm really happy that Morrow didn't take total exception to Fitty's existence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
course.
Charlie walked in on that conversation as if he wasn't already going mad enough. Hearing
Yes.
this conversation that made 0 sense out of context.
None
Indeed.
whatsoever.
Like, okay, words don't make any sense anymore. Okay, we're just gonna walk around and hold our head.
Yes, this is fine. This is fine. This is all fine. Oh my god, I'm going crazy. Wim, anything that you need from me before we head off?
Things that I would need to know in order to get authorization for the future mess that is going to occur.
That
Oh,
will
is it gonna
probably
be a
be
mess?
fed real time, but yes, understood.
Yeah.
Oh, is that going to
Scott.
be a mess?
The only thing that I need to know is specifically why I am looking out for this particular person that got kidnapped.
Well, I mean, other than being a decent human being,
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
no,
find him because
I
I'm
understand.
a country boy, so I mean I got to look for him, but still I wanna
you know their
hash out-
name. They're Animus Vox, and you can deal with that when you do research next time.
right.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know it ran a bit long tonight, but it was fun. I love you all. Thank you.
Later, y'all.
See
Guys, have a
y'all
great
later.
night.
Basta. Bye.
Good night.